Organika healthy snacks because you deserve healthy. Super excited to talk about this tonight. And as I mentioned before, at the end of the webinar, attendees can DM at Yes Wellness on Instagram and say they attended the full webinar. And we're going to randomly select a winner for an amazing $150 gift basket. All the details will be at the end of the webinar. There's going to be a code. So once again, thank you for joining YesWellnesses.com webinar tonight, but lots of great fun stuff happening. Again, my name is Joleen Gruber. I'm the national educator for Organika. I'm a mom. I have two boys that are teenagers. They're love playing hockey, so we're always rushing to the hockey rinks, and I love learning about ways to feed them healthy and keep them healthy. And myself, I'm an athlete, so I love talking about nutrition and ways to keep myself healthy. Just to give you a little background on Organika and who we are, we're a natural wellness and beauty company from beautiful British Columbia, Canada. We love helping people live healthier lives, and we've been doing it for the past 30 years. This summer is our 32nd anniversary. We've grown from a humble line of supplements to an always evolving collection of natural health and beauty products, including Canada's #1 selling collagen product. And it's a powder, which is fabulous if you haven't tried it, and I will talk about that a little bit tonight. We're the 4th recognized brand in Canada. So as you know, there's so many amazing brands out there, and to be recognized as #4 in Canada is fantastic. And it's our quest to guide people to better health through genuine passion for wellness and innovation. So I'll start off with snacking 101, since our topic tonight is healthy snacking. So, what should we have for a snack? So snacking is an accepted and regular part of our everyday eating habits, and especially in North America. Snacking itself is a relatively new concept. Our lives have become really fast-paced, probably in the last 50 plus years, and our eating patterns have shifted. So meals are no longer daily sit down. We really don't have a lot of moments of stillness. So practicing stillness is something that everyone can try. And it's often on the go affairs that we're juggling different things. And sometimes we get in the habit of just shoving, not so great snacks and foods into our mouth. So I guess the key to make sure we're choosing foods that are good for us, even when we're snacking, is key, right? We want to try and make sure we're not driving our insulin and eating too many sugary foods, because in North America, most modern day health concerns stem from too much sugar in our foods. So we really want to choose low insulin potential foods that have protein, have some good vitamins and minerals and are really benefiting us. We don't want those snacks that put our blood sugar on a roller coaster. Whenever we put our blood sugar on a roller coaster, we've all been there, we've all done it. We don't feel great, and we end up chasing our hunger all day long. So we want to make sure we're eating things that kind of keep our blood sugar even keel. The goal is to have, steady blood sugar throughout the day. You might have a couple dips, but you want to avoid those big dips and those big, roller coaster rides of blood sugar, because that's when we start feeling moody. Food and mood are really connected. We have poor sleep. Really what we eat, first thing for the day affects our sleep 16 to 20 hours later. So it's really important to make sure we're putting good foods and good snacks into our body. You have a picture here of our fave cookies. So this is a fabulous product. The problem with snacking, like I had mentioned, is that sometimes we're choosing foods that are just too high in sugar. And the things that you want to look for in a healthy snack, like look at our fave cookies, they're fabulous. We have 4 different fabulous flavors, and they are a snack, but they're also low sugar. So there's 1 gram of sugar, and that's amazing. If you haven't tried them, they taste awesome. And you always want to make sure you're getting some protein as well. So there's 4 grams of protein, there's 150 calories. I'm not a big calorie counter, as most of you probably know if you've listened to some of my webinars, but you really want to focus on quality over quantity. And if we're getting those proteins and some, good fats and good ingredients, that'll keep our blood sugar even. So protein, fat, and fiber, you'll probably hear me talk about a lot, PFF, protein, fat, and fiber. So if you're including those in your snacks, that's fabulous. So The ingredients in the fave cookies are great. There's almond flour. I'll use the chocolate chip as an example. There's some chocolate chips which are very low sugar. They have a little bit of stevia in there, but not too much stevia where it tastes bitter. There's some coconut oil in there, so you're getting those good fats. And so many good natural ingredients that, you know, they have aluminum-free baking soda. So when you're looking for a snack, it's a really good kind of treat or snack that you can either layer on top of a lunch or a dinner, or you could have it as a snack. So, you know, it's free from any artificial preservatives or colors, wheat, soy, gluten, or any GMO ingredients. So you can feel really good when you're having, you know, a snack that is low sugar. So if you're buying those, you know, snacks in your health food store, you really want to look at, you know, do I really want that, you know, that protein bar that may be loaded with protein, but also have lots of sugar. Sugar is something we really want to get conscious of and make sure we're not having too much of it throughout the day. So broths are another great snack for mid-afternoon. Sometimes I love to have a tea in the afternoon, like around 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and it kind of gets me to dinner. So you can swap out that afternoon tea, coffee, pop, juice, whatever other drinks or snacks you are having for a really good bone broth. So there's lots of minerals and collagen that buffer insulin spikes. And with the bone broth, you're getting a really good amount of protein, about 15 grams per serving. Now, most people through the day, as I had mentioned, don't get enough protein. And whenever we are adding that protein, fat, and fiber to our meals and snacks, we're buffering that insulin spike. So it's kind of like that great snack that gets us from lunch to dinner. If you feel like you really want something or a little bit of hunger coming on, bone broth is really great because it's rich in protein, collagen, gelatin. It has glucosamine, hyaluronic acid, chondroitin, lots of key minerals like calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, and phosphorus to nourish our bones and even developing bodies in little ones. When my kids were toddlers, I used to give them bone broth lukewarm in a sippy cup. So loaded with nutrients. So when you're having your snack, if you feel like, you know, in between lunch or dinner or whenever you're having a snack, you really want to be conscious of, okay, how is this snack going to affect my blood sugar? And what kind of ingredients are in this snack? So if it's like a bone broth tea, you can be rest assured that you're getting lots of good ingredients that won't affect your blood sugar. So sipping on bone broth is great for the gut. It also helps leaky gut syndrome. But again, you're getting that protein in there and lots of vitamins and minerals as well. There's soups as well. So even I love soup and I love making bone broth soups, even in the summer. I know people tend to have more soups throughout the winter, but you know, sometimes it's a great soup or even a snack to kind of get you between lunch and dinner. But it's a great way to swap out an unhealthy drink or before a meal, right? You're really loading up on those good nutrients in a soup, and it really benefits the gut. And again, 12 to 15 grams of protein is great to balance your blood sugars. We even have a veggie broth, which is fantastic. And broths are really good because they're an easy way. Like I said, you can make a tea, but you can also just sprinkle them on different recipes or different foods. This is a veggie keto cracker recipe, and I know a lot of people are going keto because low sugar, people are really conscious of it. And the reason people are conscious of you know, the sugars is because there's so much processed food out there that drive insulin. So it's really been popular probably the last 6-7 years. The keto has really taken off because it's low sugar and people are really trying to balance their blood sugars. So that's one key thing that I would say if people could do, you know, every day is just really try and keep their blood sugar balanced. They will feel so good. They will sleep so much better. And if they have weight to come off, the weight will fall off. So this is a veggie keto cracker recipe. Feel free to take a picture. This webinar is being recorded. This webinar is being recorded. So you guys will get a copy of this as well. And I just wanted to make sure, yeah, it's still being recorded. Great. And so this is a keto cracker recipe. And of course, the veggie keto cracker is great because, you know, it's got almond flour in there, grass-fed butter, egg. There's so many great ingredients in this recipe, and you could pair it with different things, but feel free to take a picture of this, and you can try it yourself at home and let me know how it goes. But the veggie broth is really great because they're organic vegetables. It's a good source of L-glutamine from the vegetables, but we also have nutritional yeast in there, which actually makes it a little bit creamy. So it's really filling and nourishing for the body. There's also tremella mushroom, and tremella mushroom is fabulous because it has so many benefits. It's actually a natural source of hyaluronic acid, so great for your skin and your joints too. But I find like sipping on broths, like the veggie broth or chicken or beef broths, are fabulous because they're a value added protein, right? You're getting so much more, you're getting minerals as well and as nutrients. And usually, you know, at 3 o'clock, if, you know, if people work at companies, you know, usually 3 o'clock would be the time everyone go down the vending machine and get a, you know, a pop and chips or something like that. And unfortunately, that's what drives insulin. So we want to get to the point where we're having our snacks that don't drive insulin. We're making good choices. Or you could, you know, add your snack onto your meal. So kind of like make your meal a little bit bigger and stretch out the time between lunch and dinner. Okay, because sometimes when people are snacking throughout the day and they're choosing poor quality snacks that are higher in sugar, that's when they get the weight gain and get on that roller coaster ride. And that's what we want to avoid. I had to add in this recipe for perfect popcorn. It uses our veggie broth, and if you're a popcorn eater, it's fabulous because it adds some coconut oil, and then you shake on our veggie broth. You can add some nutritional yeast, sea salt, and sesame seeds, but it is fabulous. And it's another snack that you guys can use and try. You know, usually sometimes on the weekend we do movie night with my family. So we always, you know, you can 80% of the time if you're eating well, 20% of the time, you know, you can celebrate. So these are great recipes where, you know, you could try it, and I swear it feels like you're cheating because this perfect popcorn is awesome. So feel free to take a picture with this. Again, the webinar is being recorded, but hummus is another fabulous recipe. I just had to share a couple of these recipes with you guys. This is Heavenly Hummus, and I just love kicking my hummus up a notch. And when Organika made this recipe with the veggie broth, it's to die for. So if you're a hummus lover, there's lots of benefits to hummus, and this really kicks it up a notch. It uses Organika's coconut sauce and, you know, the usual olive oil, tahini, lemon, sea salt, and so on. But just by changing it up a little bit, adding a veggie broth, the coconut sauce, it really tastes nice. And it's a really healthy, complex carb. A lot of times we are snacking on refined carbohydrates that drive insulin. You'll hear me say that all night. But the complex carbs have more fiber. So again, protein, fat, and fiber is what you want to have with every meal. So it buffers that insulin spike. So having hummus I love hummus. My kids love hummus. So sometimes I'll make it on a Sunday and I'll like triple the recipe, and then I'll have it, you know, put it in their lunches. Snacks are great for kids, especially if they're in elementary school. Mine are in high school now. But nice healthy snacks for kids that they can bring in their lunch, and you know, they're getting some good nutrients. On a side note, I've also put some of Organika's spirulina in the hummus and made it green, which is super tasty as well. So it's another option. Next, we have some amazing snacks. So these lattes are fabulous. Oh my gosh. And it is so great because, again, it's low sugar. They're caffeine-free lattes. They're dairy-free as well, but they're perfect for that snacky person that wants a snack after dinner. So ideally, you don't want to eat 2 to 3 hours before bed, right? You want your body to be detoxing. It's called autophagy, where your body is working on cleaning out your cells and regenerating. Now, if we ate right before bed, our body's going to be busy digesting and not working on autophagy. So it's really important to make sure that we're not eating 2 to 3 hours before bed. So if you've had your dinner and it's, you know, 4 hours before, you know, you normally go to bed, people often say, I just feel like something, and it's just a habit. You know, my son, who's going to be 17 next week, he'll come home from eating out with his friends and he'll be like, I'm so stuffed. And he's opening the fridge. So I'm like, he's like, I know, sorry, it's a habit. So for a lot of people, it is a habit, just opening the fridge or having something after dinner. These lattes are amazing because they're caffeine free. You can have them any time of day. They're perfect for after dinner if you need something, you're a little peckish and you're used to having a snack or you're watching your show. I love these lattes. So what you do is there's pink, which is our pink milk latte. And like I said, they're dairy free. So there's a coconut milk base. For the pink one, there's beetroot. The blue milk latte has some butterfly pea powder. The turmeric latte obviously has turmeric. And they're these beautiful colors and they're all natural and they're like super low sugar and caffeine free. So what you do is what I do, you can do anything. There's lots of recipes, but what you can do if you're making an after dinner latte is you can boil the kettle, put some hot water in whichever latte you choose, mix it up, and I usually froth a little bit of, you could do oat milk or almond milk or a mix or whatever, dairy milk if you like it, whatever milk you drink, make a little froth and then sip on that. They're so nourishing because there's lots of adaptogens in there. There's lots of great ingredients and antioxidants, and there's no caffeine, so it's not going to keep you up at night. So if you're that type of person that just wants something while you're watching your show or you're relaxing at night, it's a fabulous kind of snack that you could have. Now, to kick it up a notch, something that I've been doing for the last month is Organika has a new collagen called Enhanced Collagen Sleep. So it's our regular enhanced collagen, which is the #1 collagen in Canada, and we've added some GABA and melatonin. So for me, I'm sort of a busy mind type of person. I have a hard time shutting down at night. So it really sets you up for a great sleep because I'll just add some of the collagen with melatonin and GABA, which is our enhanced collagen sleep, and it's tasteless and odorless. So you just still taste the latte. And it's fabulous for just kind of winding you down. It's a great snack that doesn't spike your blood sugar, and it's great to have at nighttime. So that's kind of a snacky option that you can have. Another recipe, which is super fun using the milk lattes, is our turmeric granola clusters. They're golden clusters, obviously, because the turmeric is golden. So you can take a picture of this if you like. I'll just kind of make it a little bit bigger there. And this is getting recorded, but feel free to take a picture with your camera because these are fabulous. You can make them and freeze them. You can make them and put them in kids' lunches. You can take them to work. There's so many things you can do with them, but again, really good ingredients like rolled oats, almonds, pumpkin seeds. You know that pumpkin seeds are a great source of protein. So you always want to make sure you're getting some protein, fat, and fiber with every snack, right? So for a 1/4 cup of raw pumpkin seeds, you're getting 10 grams of protein. That's amazing. So any vegetarians out there, eat your raw pumpkin seeds. And it's just great to add to things. And actually, raw pumpkin seeds you can take to school. So for those people that have children that are in elementary school, that even high school, they want you to be nut free. What I do is I toast my raw pumpkin seeds. I have just a cast iron frying pan and I toast my raw pumpkin seeds. I don't put any oil or anything in the pan. I toast them till they start to pop. I add them to salads. You can add them to this granola clusters. You could just put some sea salt on them. Pumpkin seeds are amazing to add to things or have on their own as a snack because, as I said, a 1/4 cup is 10 grams of protein. So that's a fabulous thing to add to your snacks or just have alone as a snack. So these golden turmeric granola clusters are fabulous. Lots of great ingredients in there. Next, I'm going to move on to the Electrolytes Plus Enhanced Collagen. So this is fabulous because a lot of times people think they're hungry for a snack, but they're actually dehydrated and maybe thirsty. So really important to make sure we're drinking enough water, of course. Get in the habit of having water, ideally maybe a little bit of lemon in water first thing in the morning to have it be the first thing that enters your digestive system. And whenever you eat your breakfast, that's up to you. But a lot of people are really low in electrolytes. And sometimes we feel fatigued. Sometimes just being low in those sodium, potassium, and magnesium can cause us to not feel well. And we think maybe we're getting sick, but really we need electrolytes. So this is another option, have your snack as an electrolyte drink. Ideally, I would love to see people moving their snacks to kind of their bigger lunches and their bigger dinners. Because most people are choosing high sugar snacks. And if they're having a lunch and then a snack and then a dinner, they're sort of driving insulin. So I love the idea of having a snack as an electrolyte drink or a bone broth and having like your foodie snacks with your lunch to kind of make it a bigger lunch so it gets you to dinner. That's the goal you want to get to. But as you're transitioning, these are great tips to kind of bridge you to get to that. So if you're choosing something like an electrolyte with enhanced collagen, it's amazing drink slash snack that does not affect your blood sugar. So I consider it a drink. I'm drinking mine right now. And the electrolytes plus enhanced collagen is not only great for thirst quenching, but you're getting 5 grams of enhanced collagen. So you're getting protein, right? And you're getting all the benefits of collagen like joint health, gut health, skin, hair, nails, and all that. So if you're like tired of water and you want something different, you might just need an electrolyte drink. You know, if you're at your desk at work or you're working at home or you're driving, you're out on the road for your job, having an electrolyte drink like mine's a big one, right? It kind of gets me, kind of bridges that gap between lunch and dinner, and they're fabulous tasting with 0 grams of sugar. So you're getting all those great electrolytes like magnesium, potassium, and sodium. You're getting 100% vitamin C daily, and it's just great and it's nourishing, and you're getting those electrolytes. So that's a great option. Sometimes when we think we're hungry, we're actually really dehydrated. So really important to make sure we're replenishing through the day. And a great tip, I've told my kids this since they were little, if your urine is still really yellow by the time you get home from school, so for adults around 3 or 4 o'clock, you're dehydrated. So of course, if you've had some B vitamins, your urine will be yellow shortly after taking them. But on average, if you want your urine to be the color of lemonade, so that's what we're going for. If you're really dark, you need more water and electrolytes. So I talked a little bit about our enhanced collagen and our enhanced collagen sleep. We have a new Pure Beauty enhanced collagen, which is my jam. It's awesome because it has so many great things. So first off, it has the enhanced collagen, which is great, as I said, for the your joints, your gut health, your hair, skin, and nails. But we've also added some silica, some zinc, some vitamin C, hyaluronic acid in here. So you can see it's kind of pink and it's catered to women. My husband takes it in a shake. He's beautiful. But it's a fabulous collagen if you really want those benefits of beauty. So obviously vitamin C is amazing, right? For skin, it's so good for so many things, antioxidants, we can't get enough of them. But hyaluronic acid is a fabulous ingredient that they've added to the Pure Beauty because it binds moisture. So as we get older, especially in the perimenopause, menopause stage, a lot of women have issues with dry skin and moisture. So this hyaluronic acid is fabulous for that age range because it really binds moisture. If you add some hyaluronic acid powder to some water, you see it gets really viscous and it swells and it really binds that water. And that's what it does to our skin. So you find like your skin is really soft and supple and it's actually binding that moisture. It also does it in our eyes. It keeps our dry eyes really lubricated. So if you have dry eyes and you've been on the screens a lot, hyaluronic acid is great for that. And then it also helps with the synovial fluid in the joints. So it's not just for beauty, but it does a lot of things. And of course, you're getting that gut health, lean muscle mass. You're getting the 9 grams of protein per serving as well. So adding any collagen, I'm talking about the Pure Beauty, but of course, Organika's enhanced collagen has been the #1 collagen for a while now. I love it because you can really sneak it into things. It's flavorless and odorless, and that's because it's 100% hydrolyzed. So you'll see that on the label, it'll say 100% hydrolyzed, and that makes it 100% odorless and flavorless. So my mom just turned 78, and she puts it in her steel cut oats every morning because she's getting that protein. So you want to add PFF, right? Protein, fat, and fiber to your snacks and to your meals. So it's just a great thing to add to any snack that you have throughout the day. So some people are light eaters. Sometimes their meals are snacks, right? So I kind of use snacking and meals interchangeably, but regardless of if it's a snack or a meal, you want to make sure you're putting protein, fat, and fiber with your snacks and meals, okay? So it's a very clean source of protein. And People add it to their coffee because you can add it to hot or cold liquids, and you're just kicking it up a notch. You're getting that protein in there, which is really helpful. So it's really good because if people are gluten-free or they're dairy-free or they're doing keto, it works for everybody. My son had an elbow surgery 2 years ago, so he's 17 next week, so he was probably almost 15. So I gave him enhanced collagen. It was really good for bone and joint health. So he didn't even know I was giving it to him. I was putting it in all kinds of food and drinks. So you can easily hide it if need be, but again, it doesn't taste or smell, so it's fabulous for that. Here is a fabulous, beautiful overnight oats recipe for those people that like to prepare and are A-type and like to get things ready the night before. You can see the ingredients here are great. So there's some old-fashioned oats, not the quick cooking kind. You can use almond milk, unsweetened. You want to stay away from any sweetened nut milks. Coconut yogurt is great. If you wanted, you could use a Greek yogurt, which is a higher protein as well. Vanilla extract, cocoa powder, dash of cinnamon. Cinnamon is great for blood sugar as well. Maple syrup, just a little bit if you want. You can omit it if you like as well. But maple syrup has lots of good minerals in there as well. And because you're having that ground flaxseed in there, ground flaxseed is great because it acts like a scrub brush on your intestine. It just moves everything along, and it's a great source of fiber. So PFF, protein, fat, and fiber, you want to make sure you're adding those to your snacks and meals, and it really helps buffer that insulin spike, right? We don't want to be chasing our hunger all day long. You've also got the Organika Pure Beauty Enhanced Collagen there, so you're getting 9 grams of protein. You're getting some chopped roasted almonds, so with the almonds you're getting protein and good fats. So it's totally loaded. And it looks pretty too, doesn't it? So the ingredients are there, the recipe is there. So take a picture and you can try it out and tell me what you think. So of course I mentioned a couple different collagens, and I just wanted to note here that the Organika collagen line, we are #1 in collagen. We know what we're doing. We have so many great different types of collagens for everybody. And I will mention that on the top left, we have an original enhanced collagen, which is odorless and flavorless. I just talked about our Pure Beauty Enhanced Collagen, which has the GABA, it has the silica, the hyaluronic acid, the vitamin C, which is great for hair, skin, nails. It also has hyaluronic acid for dry eyes and lubricating the eyes as well as the joints. We have our Enhanced Collagen Sleep. So this is for nighttime because it has melatonin. I shouldn't say nighttime, I should say this is for bedtime, because some people work shift work and they might be going to bed at noon. So it really helps you for bedtime, helps you to fall asleep, and it helps extend the length of your sleep. So for those of you that have issues with waking up in the night, the GABA really helps lengthen the sleep, and the melatonin helps you fall asleep. Now, on the bottom right, we have our Enhanced Collagen Relax. Sometimes people have been confused between the sleep and the relax. The relax you can take any time of day because there's magnesium in there, which is very relaxing for our muscles and many different parts of our body. There's also L-theanine, which is very calming for our mind and our body. But the relax you can take any time of day, and everyone knows the benefits of L-theanine and magnesium. I will note that our Vitality in the green, it has some green matcha added, so there is a slight green matcha flavor, and that you will get that. So we're still using our Enhanced Collagen Original, that's odorless and flavorless, and it's hydrolyzed. But because we've added the green matcha, you'll get that a little bit of that green matcha taste, which is very tasty. So a great snack to have is a green matcha latte in the afternoon. So instead of getting that, coffee, that'll give you that kind of, sometimes people get a cortisol spike from coffee. This gets you an alert, calm kind of energy rush, and it tastes really good. Then we have the Enhanced Collagen Full Spectrum 1, 2, 3 over here on the far top right. Now that is fabulous because if someone's looking for an overall really good bang for your buck collagen, it has type 1 collagen, which is from bovine, which is 40%. They've put 40% bovine in there. They've put 40% marine collagen in there, which is the type 1, which is really good for hair, skin, and nails. The bovine is really good for type 1 and 3. And then we put 20% of our chicken bone broth. So there will be a mild flavor of chicken bone broth in there, chicken bone broth flavor, and that's really good for a type 2 collagen. So if you're looking for something that is kind of combines all the benefits of type 1, 2, and 3, the full spectrum would be something that's great for you. So I just wanted to quickly do a quick little drawing for you guys. And usually if I do this live, I do it in a classroom on a board. But because I don't have a classroom, I'm going to use this. So I hope you guys can get a good kind of analogy. So when I talk about PFF, protein, fat, and fiber, I just want to do this little analogy for you. So this is just a little drawing here. So let's just say you wake up in the morning and you have an apple and you're going to juice it with your juicer. So the juicer will take that apple, it'll kick all the fiber to the back, and it'll give you that nice cup of juice, right? Your blood sugar is going to spike after you drink it and drop, probably lower than it did than before you had it. Now, what's going to happen to your blood sugar? It's going to really spike, and it's not going to sustain you very long. Drinking a cup of apple juice, you'll probably be hungry quickly after, okay? Let's say the second day, instead of drinking that apple juice, you cut that apple up and you eat it with the skin on. That skin has fiber, right? Fiber buffers insulin spike. So we're going to get less insulin potential, and that apple with the skin on is going to sustain us a little bit longer than the apple juice, right? We'll get more of a blood sugar spike from the apple juice. Let's say the third day, you cut up that apple, you eat it with the skin on, and you dip it in some almond butter. Almond butter has great protein, fat. The skin of the apple has the fiber, right? PFF. Blood sugars, oops, I'm going to look more like this. Do that there. Less insulin, less blood sugar, and it's going to sustain you longer. So of course, apple with almond butter cut up is a great snack. But every time you are having a snack, you want to think, okay, you know, is this snack I'm having driving my insulin and my blood sugar? Because if it is, we're going to be on that roller coaster ride all day long, and we always overeat when we're on that blood sugar roller coaster. So perfect example, sometimes my kids on Sunday, they'll make pancakes. Sometimes they'll put blueberries, sometimes they put chocolate, sometimes put whatever. If I eat the pancakes, which sometimes I do, all day long, I'm in the, like, I'm starving. So it's kind of neat to eat this way and then cheat, right? Because when you cheat, it's like, oh my God, yeah, my blood sugar is all over the map. So when you're snacking through the day, of course, we can have days where we celebrate, we have pancakes, you know, for birthdays, have your cake, enjoy it. But 80% of the time we want to be eating well, and 20% of the time we can celebrate. Unfortunately, people are celebrating every day with their snacks. So you really want to make sure that you're choosing good snacks that don't drive insulin. So, you know, the collagens are great, the bone broths are great, the fave keto cookies are amazing. We have new flavors we're launching, and there's like 1 gram of sugar, 2 grams of sugar. You can put it over Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt has a higher protein, and sometimes, you know, you just want something a little sweeter, a little tastier, and this is a great treat that you wouldn't believe how low the sugar is. So just get in the habit of having those snacks. You know, even almond butters with apples, like I said, are great. Collagen, adding that to snacks, and get in the habit of sipping on bone broth as a tea, and swap out that coffee maybe with cream and sugar or milk and sugar in the afternoon. And it's very nourishing. And you'll see over time from, you know, I never like to say, oh, you can't have that. Swap it. Just make the swap, and you'll notice your energy will be much better. People are usually crashing at 3 o'clock if they haven't ate well throughout the day. And then their body's telling them they need sugar to bring their blood sugar back up, because usually you're in a low. So if you can just remember one thing from the webinar, it's, you know, PFF, protein, fat, and fiber. And you're going to get that from all of Organika's snacks. And it's a great way to sort of transition into eating a little bit cleaner. Looks like my little drawing, one of my last slides. I'm just going to erase these here for you. Okay, so I have a little bit of time left. So I just wanted to mention that you guys can save 20% on your next order with yeswellness.com if it's placed within 3 days. So use the code Organika Webinar 20 at your checkout. So when you go online, you'll be able to save 20%, which is amazing. So this webinar is recorded, and they are going to post it to YouTube. So yeswellness.com will post it to YouTube. And I also wanted to mention that you have to message Yes Wellness So it's at Yes Wellness on Instagram for your chance to win an Organika free basket worth $150. So just for being on this webinar, you have to use the code #1collagen in your Instagram message for your chance to win. And that is just kind of what shows that you were here, you stayed till the end, and we really appreciate you joining the webinar and learning about, you know, some healthy snacks, some ways that you can help buffer that insulin spike and really work towards, you know, having that even blood sugar throughout the day. And really, snacks are really key at making sure we keep our blood sugar even. So thank you guys so much for joining. This was a shorter webinar, and I know, you know, I love doing the webinar, so I hope you guys enjoyed some of the information. I will check the chat for questions. So for those of you that need to leave, feel free to leave and enjoy the rest of your evening. I will scroll up here for those. I've got a few minutes left before Zoom kicks me off. And yes, I did put my video on. Thank you, Jackie. I missed that at the beginning. Oh, thank you. Happy early anniversary. Yes, the fave cookies are awesome. And I learned the other day in a meeting that we have my favorite flavor coming out this summer. And I'm not sure if I can tell you, but you'll find out soon. Oh, I'm glad your son likes them too, Ashley. My kids love them. The new fave birthday cake is awesome as well. Yes, take the screenshot of the recipes. The recipes are amazing. Perfect for movie night. The keto popcorn, no joke, it's amazing. Like, I love the veggie broth is one that you actually have to try because it is that good, right? It tastes amazing. You can't even describe it. I did try and describe that the nutritional yeast makes it really creamy, but it's beyond delicious. Yes, so for those kids that don't eat meat, this is a great way to sneak in protein for sure. Collagen, bone broth, oh my gosh. Like in the wintertime, so you know ramen noodles, I don't let my kids eat ramen noodles. I eat them in university, but I don't let my kids eat them. I'm sure they have them sometimes when they leave my house, but they make ramen noodles at home with our bone broth, and they love mixing the chicken bone broth with the turmeric because it's really spicy. I love it really spicy, but they cut it in half and they put rice noodles in it and they love it. It's so good and it's so nourishing. Yes, we have electrolytes, Jody, and they're amazing. We just launched a new flavor, lemon berry, and it's fabulous. I might get kicked off in a minute, so if I do, I hope you all have a great night, but I'm just going to quickly go through here. So how much collagen per day is too much? You know, everybody's different. It suggests starting with 1 serving, which is about 9 grams per day. And people will notice an increase in, you know, their skin will look better, their hair, their nails, their joints. And you could layer on that. You could make collagen up to 30% of your diet, but everyone's different. Like athletes will need more. So it's really individual. Yes, the collagen is amazing. Yes, you can add it to coffee. It's flavorless and odorless. You can add to hot or cold liquids. Yeah, coffee is great to add it to. Yes, there is a difference of collagen. Type 1 and 2 is different. If you look at the full spectrum collagen, it has all 3, type 1, 2, and 3.